Iconoclast Speaks.
Hello and welcome to the Iconoclast Speaks. I am the Iconoclast and welcome to my bunker. Today I'm actually drinking Cascade Ice. Once again, it's the organic mixed berry. I told you they have so many flavors. Seriously, check them out. It's so good. So today's my awesome Christmas episode because it's Christmas. Shocking. See how I put that all together? So I'm not really doing anything special Christmassy for this episode. Other than I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. But also, I want you to sit and think about this. A lot of times Christmas we get really into the hustle and bustle, trying to get the perfect presents for people, trying to get things together family-wise, and it's just stressful. Things just go crazy. I shared how I had this shower that needed to be replaced because there was dripping. Well, so I got the replacement, and just to show you that, you know, even when you think things are going to go well, they don't always go well. So what happened was, got this shower, got it installed. It looked really good. Things were going well. And then all of a sudden, no, it was leaking. Now the pipes were leaking, and it was leaking down and dripping coming out down my dripping into the ceiling and dripping into the dining room from upstairs. That I had to run up and down the stairs, and we had family in town, so we needed the shower. Calling around to get, trying to find a plumber to come, and just hassle and craziness. And then we finally did get a plumber, and he was amazing. And he came in and he fixed it, and now the shower is amazing. It's great, and things just turned around. But I know my last podcast I was talking about how, the imperfections and how try not to blow up. I have to admit I blew up. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like, I was like, my mind was immediately going to, how much is this going to cost? We still have to get presents for people. We still got to do all these other things. Family's here, and I got to work. I got to get here. I only have a certain amount of time to do this. And I didn't take my advice of, calmly just sitting back and being like, it's going to be okay. I didn't do that. I Pompeyed it, and I erupted, and a few times, because I was just like, seeing it and frustrated with myself. But again, this is where we got to realize we got to give ourselves grace, especially this time of year. It can be hectic, running to the mall, going to stores. It's crowded, and everybody's in similar situations. We're all just trying to make things go well and trying to show people we care, show people we love them. And stores are crowded. There are people last minute shopping, and there's people who are shopping because, oh my gosh, we ran out of this or that food wise. And these things all meet. And this is a time where people can just attack and be angry with each other. But let's show not just those people grace, but grace on ourselves that, you know what? Yeah, we're not going to be perfect. We're going to screw things up. And it's okay. And that doesn't define who you are. Your little mistakes are not the be-all, end-all of who you are. It's often how we react to our mistakes and how we overcome them that shows what kind of person we are. And I make mistakes every day, and I blow up every day. And it's usually on myself. It's that I'm upset with myself, and I'm not mad at the person around me. And oftentimes they think I might be, but it's usually I'm like just really disappointed in how I got myself into certain situations or what I said, what I thought, what I did. And I've got to just realize, you know what? It's okay. Life is going to be fine. It's going to move on. And the reason I always harp on this is because I really am trying to teach myself this, that even when the situations are crazy and insane, even when family things are going on and you're trying to make things go well and things go wrong, it's going to be okay. For me, the shower's great. Everything's good now. Everything's working fine. Christmas is here. I'm excited to see how my kids react to the presents we got them, because we did get them some things that they have no idea. There's certain gifts that my kids have asked for that I am surprised we were able to do. So just take this time to be with your family, be with your friends, be with your loved ones, and just enjoy that. And even when the really silly, stupid things come up, just enjoy those too. And that's just a lesson, not just for this time of year, but throughout the year, throughout your life. When the dumb things happen, remember, those are where the memories are going to be made. And those are the times you're going to go back, look at, and laugh at. For instance, I'm going to tell this story, and my wife will probably be upset about it. But, a few years ago, it was Christmas. At the time, I think we had only had 2 kids. We now have 5. But we had our 2 kids, and we had come up to Maryland. And it was a stressful time work-wise for me. It was very, tight, very tight budget. So we were there, and we had come up to Maryland, and she and I had gotten this idea of, let's go get stocking stuffers at CVS. Well, I had a check that was supposed to be coming in, I think, and from work and different things. And so we went to CVS, and we bought all this stuff. And then I went and I looked at our account, and we were supposed to be going home in a couple of days from Maryland back to Florida. And suddenly we had I think $1 in our account after we bought all this stocking stuffers. And I think we had spent over $100 on stuff for not just our kids, but, grandparents and each other. And so it was very humbling, and we had to go back to CVS and return all the stocking stuffers because we knew we didn't have the money to get home if we didn't do this. And the check that I thought was going to be there wasn't going to be there in time. So it's a memory I have of Christmas, just remembering how tight our budget was, how tight our life was, and how difficult that time was, that we really had to focus on every tiny little penny. And I was just thinking about last night when we were going into a store, and I mentioned it to her, and we kind of laughed about it. But those are the things, those are the memories. Those are things, and I look back, and it's funny. It still brings up kind of a stress when I remember it, but it's cool to see where we are now. We had 2 kids then. We now have 5. We're still on a very tight budget, but it's not as tight. So, that's it. Just remember, life is constantly going. You're constantly growing, and things are constantly changing. So just enjoy it. Go for the ride and enjoy those that are with you. And have a great Christmas and a great New Year. And I probably will see you next year. Bye.
The Iconoclast speaks.